As the political drums continue to get louder with at least 2.5 years to the next general elections, amid political realignments amongst the political class, recent developments have seen ousted DP Rigathi Gachagua merge with Wiper's Kalonzo Musyoka and DAP-Kenya's Eugene Wamalwa, who are said to be crafting a new political outfit alongside Jubilee Party and NARC Kenya. With the talks over looming coalition, will the new outfit send the government into panic mode in the run-up to the general elections?
This is a coalition that will not going to have any basis, and they are unlikely to shake or threaten the formation of the current Kenya Kwanza government.
The way you're going to beat him, Mr. Kalonzo and Gachagua and Matiang'i, work your numbers. Just sit down on a table and see where your numbers are going to come from and work your strategy around those numbers.
President William Ruto remains upbeat that the Gachagua Kalonzo-led team is inconsequential, remaining confident of a smooth win in 2027.
Wanajaribu kushindana na sisi. Sasa wewe, mtu ya fitina, mtu ya ukabila, mtu ya share sijui mitego, utashindana na nani kwa hii Kenya?
Dr. Isaka San argues that for the new political coalition to be a threat to the Kenya Kwanza administration, they must incorporate the Gen Z movement.
The only hope they will have is to go towards the Gen Z, because there was a force called Gen Z which started. If they have the gut, the ability, and the conscience to bring on board Gen Zs and accommodate them in the best way that they wish to be accommodated to form a government, that way could be a threat.
However, if the Gachagua Kalonzo-led team indeed forms a coalition to oust President Ruto come 2027, Dr. Matunga argues that the head of state will still ride on Odinga's support, regardless of the outcome of the AUC elections, a position that Dr. Hassan does not agree with.
In the event that he doesn't win, I can also confirm to you that former Prime Minister Raila Odinga will not abandon Kenyan government.
I totally don't agree with the theory of saying that Raila Odinga will going to support William Ruto in 2027.
The debate on who the coalition will pick as its presidential candidate is likely to cause jitters, with all the involved parties having their preferred flag bearers. With many ruling out Rigathi Gachagua as an option for the flag bearer, Dr. Matunga opines that it's too early to call, sentiments that Dr. Isaka San differs with.
It is too early for anybody to suggest that Rigathi Gachagua will not run or cannot run for any office. First of all, his case has not been determined, but even if it is determined, he can, I mean, there are many things that can happen. So I would not, write him off from contesting.
Absolutely, he will never be in the ballot paper. For one, we must understand he was taken out of the office through political process, and once you are ousted out of the office, you are not, he is not entitled to occupy political office or public service office.
Despite the Shawiri meeting late last year between President William Ruto and his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta, recent developments have cast doubts on whether the two will walk the same path with his Jubilee Party, said to be lining up Fred Matiang'i as its presidential candidate. Both Dr. Matunga and Dr. Hassan insist that Uhuru's support for the new political outfit will be inconsequential.
He ran against President Uhuru. Literally, he ran against President Uhuru when President Uhuru was president, and fact beat him. He cannot sit there and expect that President Uhuru will support him. And I think that is a point that we need to actually make clear.
Ian Keitani for K24 Evening Edition.